Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to take a look at this Grand Seiko SBGX061 with a 9F62 quartz movement. The format of today's video is going to be slightly different with what I used to do. I'm going to talk about why I purchased this and maybe some info about the movement and all that. But at the same time, we're going to go through with the box and packaging that the watch came with. I bought this piece used for about 1,500 US dollars late last year. This may sound overpriced given that it is just a Seiko and just a quartz. If you want to know why, please stay along as I try to explain why I think it is worth every cent that I paid for. The general public and some watch snobs tend to associate quartz watches to cheap, affordable watches. So, what is so special about this 9F quartz movement? If you want an in-house movement, this is as in-house as one can get. The quartz crystal is grown in-house by Seiko. Only the purest grown crystal is selected and they are aged for 3 months to avoid drift in the oscillating rate. The circuitry controlling the quartz is also made in-house. There is a temperature compensation circuit that samples the ambient temperature 540 times a day and adjusts the frequency of the crystal to compensate deviations due to temperature change. A normal quartz movement has an accuracy of plus minus 15 seconds per month. The Grand Seiko 9F has an accuracy of plus minus 10 seconds per year. Yes, that is super accurate. Oh, did I mention that there are jewels in the quartz movement? I think there are 9 of them if I'm not mistaken. Also, this movement does not need servicing for at least 50 years. The entire movement is sealed to prevent dust from going in as well as preventing the lubricant from drying up. One last thing about the movement before I bore you guys to death. Remember how long it takes for the calendar date to change on a Seiko, say 7S26 movement? Well, this 9F movement is equipped with a high torque motor that can change the date in 1/2000 of a second, or 0.0005 seconds. That is faster than Gavan's Space Sheriff suiting up. Oh, if you do not know that reference, you might be too young and might not be exposed to Japanese TV shows from the 80s. I'll throw in some pictures that the seller took when authenticating the watch. There are some nice decorations on the movement too. I believe those are called Geneva striping, or for this case, it's called Shizuku Ishii striping since Grand Seiko is located there. Alright, back to this piece here. This piece is from 2015 and it still has the Seiko branding. Newer Grand Seikos do not come with the Seiko branding anymore. I guess they want to become more independent in creating high-end watches. I have been stocking this model for months, maybe a year, before I found one in good condition that comes complete with the box and papers. This model somehow grabbed my attention. I don't really know why. Maybe it's the look of the ultra sharp hands or the sweet proportion of the watch itself. Or maybe it's just one of the last Grand Seiko that still has a Seiko on the dial. There was a good deal of a champagne dial version, I think it's called the SBGX063, that I was about to pull the trigger due to the scarcity of the black dial, but luckily I didn't. I'm somehow obsessed with the black dial. There are a couple of black dial ones in the market, but finding one with good condition that comes as a complete set and with a reasonable price is hard to come by. So when this appeared, I quickly grabbed it, and boy, I'm glad I did. Let's go over some specs of this watch. The watch has a case diameter of 37 millimeters. It has a thickness of 10 millimeters, and it has a lug-to-lug distance of 44.5 millimeters if we are taking a look at the case, but it has an effective lug-to-lug distance of 48 millimeters due to the protruding end link. It has a very nice combination of polish and brush finishing. The sides are high polish and the top of the lugs, they are brushed. It has a very bright high polish bezel. The case somehow feels bright and it plays with the light very well. There is a sign push-pull crown. It does come with real lugs, and it comes with a very nice engraved case back with the Grand Seiko lion on it. The watch has a high gloss black dial that is protected by a flat sapphire crystal. The sapphire crystal has AR coatings on the underside. All the markers are applied and they have a very nice, I would say, satin finish. On the larger markers on 12, 6 and 9, we can see some nice beveling on them. The markers, like the case, plays very well with the light too. Take a look at those hands. They look as though as they can seriously cut. Seriously, look at them. They are so sharp. The ticking hand makes it very obvious that this is a quartz movement, but if you look carefully, the second hands move 2 pulses per second. Can't see them? Well, I'm gonna throw a slow-mo video in between. The bracelet on this piece screams high quality. It has an oyster-style bracelet with the removable links held in by screws. Each links are held in by 2 screws and they have a pin in the middle to hold the links together. There is some very slight taper on the bracelet and it comes with a push-button deployant clasp that is nicely machined. The only drawback is that it doesn't have a micro adjustment. Well, it comes with half links too. Let's do a reshot. Alright, this is how the watch sits on my 6-inch wrist. The diameter is really in my sweet spot. The watch sits very well, partly thanks to the slim case. Well, the midsection of the end links protrude a bit, but I think they are still okay. The small clasp completes the overall wearability of the watch in my opinion. Grand Seiko represents the pinnacle of what Seiko can achieve. When you are getting a Grand Seiko, you are getting the very best from Seiko. Even on an entry-level quartz piece such as this piece, no expense has been spared by Seiko. That is what you can expect from a Grand Seiko. This piece has been discontinued and succeeded by a newer SBGX061. It has the same specs. The only difference is that the new model doesn't come with the Seiko branding anymore. Well, some like it, but some do not. Alright, I guess that's it for this video. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It does help me a lot. And you can also follow me on my Instagram at gfw_watch for more watch pictures. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.